Alright, everybody, welcome to the Unhuman Party and maybe the last part of Umineko, When They Cry, Episode 7, also known as Umineko no Nakakoro ni, Episode 7. So, here's the Unhuman Party. Welcome to the tea party of the Unhuman, it says. We're gonna press it. We're gonna scroll on to Episode 7. But, before we start off this last, penultimate Unhuman Party journey, I do want to talk about something that I remember Battler saying regarding the motive of the culprit, and so the motive of the crime and the motive of Beatrice. Because, I feel like, well, I haven't uploaded the last, but as I'm recording this, I have not uploaded the last part of Umineko When They Cry, let alone the 6-parted I think it was 6 parts. 6 parts of a tea party, let alone the 6 parts of a tea party. I've only uploaded the, I still haven't uploaded the ending. So I don't know what you guys are going to say about my take on the motive and my opinion on all of it. But I do want to say something that I remember Battler saying that I think is interesting before we get into this Unhuman Party. Flip the chessboard, flip the chessboard, flip the chessboard, right? This is something that Battler loved to do in the early episodes, and it's something that Kiria loved to establish and to, have nudge Battler into thinking in the earlier episodes, right? But I remember something pretty interesting that was said regarding that, and that is, I don't know if it was Battler saying this or Angie or whoever, but I remember it being said that when you flip the chessboard and you're trying to think like the culprit, because we're assuming that we don't know who the culprit is. What if you assume that we are the culprit? Flip the chessboard, right? What is the culprit trying to do? How is the culprit trying to kill people, right? But when we flip the chessboard, right? When we do it like that, we do it while thinking that the culprit is thinking rationally. Does that make sense? That the culprit is thinking in a way that will benefit them as much as possible. And Battler, I think, mentioned the flaw in that thinking, in that chessboard thinking, is that what if the culprit isn't being rational? What if the culprit and their next step and the way they've done things so far doesn't rationally make sense? What then? And I think Battler brought up a good point there, because now that we know that Beato's motive, I would say it's not really a rational motive, or at least it's not done in a way that if you flip the chessboard when you don't know who the culprit is, it would make any sense to you. Okay? What is the next step? They're not acting in a way that will benefit them as much as possible. Since the very beginning, with the whole thing with the letter and then killing everyone after the first fight, the way they're doing it, none of that is really rational. They're not really acting, and the magic circles, that's not really them acting in a way that will benefit them as much as possible. Okay? So the culprit might not necessarily be thinking rationally. Now we know all we do about Beato as much as we do now. Beato wasn't necessarily thinking rationally, right? But if you understand her better now, I think Battler brought up a good point back then, saying that, yeah, you can flip the chessboard, but remember the culprit may not be thinking about the best outcome from their side. Maybe the culprit isn't hoping for a best outcome for their side. Maybe the culprit is thinking irrationally and their actions don't make sense. If you go assuming that their actions are going to make sense, it might not make sense to you. So their actions might not make sense to you. And so that's just a parting message I wanted to say that if you're going to the Unhuman Party. I don't want to talk about it too much here. I already talked about her motive. I'm already expecting to get a lot of backlash for it among you guys watching. Like I said, it hasn't come out yet. Now that I finished episode 7, and I'm about to finish the Unhuman Party, or at least start it. Gosh darn, if it's as long as the Tea Party, then okay, maybe I'm not about to finish it. Now that we've come this far, then I just wanted to leave that out there, and who knows, maybe I'll take a little bit of a break to let you guys catch up to me. and finally see what your thoughts are, or your thoughts are on my thoughts about the motive and stuff. Maybe you guys see. Maybe you guys will give me good. Maybe you guys will help me understand, because I feel like this might be a very good chance of me not understanding properly, and I feel like if you guys can understand, that would be great. Help me understand, that would be great. If I've misunderstood things, maybe that would be better than for me to just jump straight ahead into episode 8, but no promises. I might just jump straight ahead into episode 8 anyway. But okay, I'll think about taking a break. Alright, I'm gonna start this episode anyway, this Unhuman party. Let's get this going. Here we go. Alright, are we going to continue off with Will and Leon against Burn? Look back. Oh, Featherine? That's a Featherine OST. Featherine's about to pop up. Yep! You didn't have to tell me! You did not even have to tell me! The moment I saw Look Back, the OST, I'm like, this is Featherine. That OST has never been played outside of the context of Featherine or Awa Wow Wow, Awa Wow Aurora. Never. So, yeah, okay. 2 white pieces were set on the chessboard. So, one more thing that I'm saying here, right? That I'm thinking of here is actually look at this chessboard. Look at this chessboard. White is at a heavy disadvantage here. At a heavy disadvantage. Now, I'm not good at chess, but look at black's pieces. I mean, it has this piece defending that, and then oh man, if this oh wow. Okay, what if I do that? What if I was black and put that there? And then what would I do then? It seems to be like black is at an extreme disadvantage. Not black, white, sorry. Is that just me though? I think black has the upper hand here. These 2 pieces are very strong up front like this. But okay, anyway. I don't know why I'm analyzing the friggin' wallpaper. Yeah, Featherine is here. Are we going to be seeing Will or Leon? Because neither Will isn't a witch, and Leon isn't a witch, and neither is Angie. We don't even know what happened to. Well, we know what happened to Angie, but I mean, we're just gonna discontinue her right there. And considering this is an Unhuman party, and thus far, up until now, including episode 6, right, every single Unhuman party till now has only had Unhumans on it. So to have Will and Leon in this Unhuman party, I feel like would be wrong, because they're not Unhumans, they're humans. So, or at least they're not witches, right? So Battlerose became Unhuman, he became another sorcerer, he became a witch, so he could arrive at the Unhuman party. But I feel like we might not be getting the aftermath of Will and Leon against Burn. But we'll see what Featherine has to say. 2 white pieces were set on the chessboard. The countless black pieces surrounding them were packed tightly together, not even placed on the squares anymore. Then, Burn Castle tipped the 2 white pieces over and took them off the board. Okay, so is that Burn's metaphor of of announcing victory? She took care of Will and Leon. Miko-yo.
あんたのお望み通り腹渡の内側まで書き出してやる。答え合わせにはこれで十分でしょ。
実に満足しているぞ。
She's very satisfied, okay.
そなたが明かした答えを鍵にこれまでの物語を遡り、まるで宝石箱のような密室の数々を一つずつ開いていこう。鍵を得ることは楽しい。そしてその鍵で矛を開いていくことはもっと楽しい。 ご苦労であった我が巫女よ。
Wagamiko.
これより先は私一人でゆっくりと思考を楽しみたい。もう十分であるぞ。
The Witch of Thirgorn sat back in her rocking chair, a satisfied smile on her face, as though enjoying a pleasant aftertaste. There was no need for a game board anymore. She just had to go back in her mind through the whole set of tales to check whether her theory was right or not. It seemed to leave her pleasantly drunk, even better than the most expensive wine.
私はこれで用済みかしら。
ご苦労であった我が巫女よ。その任を解く。
Wagamiko.
私は再び眠りにつく。この心地よきまどろみを数百年にわたって楽しみたい。そして私が再び飽きるとき、そなたは私を楽しませるためにまた新しい物語を見つけてくるのだ。それまでの数百年のひととき、そなたの自由を許す。
She's been sent on errands.
あっぱれであったぞ、ベルンカステル。かわいいかわいい我が巫女よ。
Kawaii kawaii Wagamiko.
知ったことじゃないわ。勝手に干からびて死になさい。
Nice one.
じゃあね、未来永劫さようなら。
数百年ごときをそなたは未来永劫と呼ぶというのか。
A few beer centuries. Federine's consciousness slowly faded away. And she's gone. Okay, Bern. As the owner of the study's slumbers grew deeper, the lights about the room slowly darkened.
永遠におやすみ、アウアウローラ。
Au au aurora. Au aurora.
このゲーム版はあんたにはもう不要よね。
Wait, what?
私がもらっていくわ。
I'll take it. Hi, Jack. Hey, yo. Hey, guys. What was the reason why Bernd called Federine Au Au again? Au Aurora? I know it was a joke. Oh, yeah. It was regarding Hanyu, right? I think you guys told me it was something regarding Higurashi in Hanyu, something like that. But I don't remember. It was a Higurashi thing. But I don't quite remember. Something, yeah. Related to that, at least. Bernkastel reached out towards Beato's game board, which lay on the table in front of Federine's rocking chair, and tapped it twice. The game board and the pieces flew into the air, folded up and put themselves away, then landed on Bernkastel's outstretched hand.
私、まだ全然ゲームマスターをやっていないのよ。
You still plan to be are you still going to plan to be the game master? Are you going to continue being the game master of episode 8?
私はベアとの葬儀をやっただけ。
The next episode is the last one. Bern, are you sure you're going to be the last game master of the last episode? Next episode is it. That's it. That's the last one.
そして腹渡を引きずり出しただけ。まだ何にもやっちゃいない。
Okay. Liberated Liberator? Wait a minute. It's not this OSC that I was talking about. So last time in the tea party, I told you guys that this OST was the banger I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm wrong. This is the wrong one. This is not what I'm talking about. This is still good though. but it's not what I'm talking about. Sorry. I got them confused. My bad, y'all. My bad. Burnt Castle smile twisted evilly. Now I gave you guys false information last time. It was not this one. You can check it out after this Unhuman Party when we get that far. But okay. Anyway. Burnt Castle smile twisted evilly. Then, the game board floated up once again, and the world unfolded itself above Burnt Castle's palm. Burnt Castle's palm. Can't speak.
さあ、レアとのゲーム版のコマたち、私を最高に楽しませる最高に残虐な物語を紡がせてあげるよ。おののきなさい、約束された絶対の運命を。奇跡の魔女ベルンカステルの名において、そしてベアとのゲームの最後のゲームマスターとして宣言するわ。
Travel with fear of the FFK you have been promised. As the final game master of Beato's game, okay. So you're proclaiming yourself as the final game master, and you're proclaiming one more thing.
ただ宣言するだけでつまらないわね。ベアとのゲームにのっとって赤き真実で宣言してやった方がいいかしら。
What about to say in red? Hey, what's up? I agreed to say that what happened at the tea party is all real. Imagine.
それがいいんじゃない？
Okay, Lambda agrees.
まだ甘い夢を見てる魔女どももいるみたいだし。あらららら、いたの？いるわよね。私のいるところならどこまでも。
Tea party, she was in the tea party as well. For just a brief second, he was there like, hey, yo, guys, keep it silent. She's always just there. She was just surprisingly silent last episode. And the tea party. The tea party I meant by last episode. I don't know why I said last episode, tea party. And episode 7 in general, to be fair. She was just very, very quiet. She had a lot more presence in episode 6 than in episode 7. Anyway, what are you gonna say, Lambda? You tell those naive dreamers. What are you gonna tell them? What are you gonna tell the naive dreamers?
奇跡の魔女として、そして最後のゲームマスターとして最後のゲームを宣言するわ。
The start of the final game.
そして約束する。
And I make you this promise.
このゲームにハッピーエンドは与えない。
Oh! I will not give this game a happy ending. Well, I gotta write down that right truth. Interesting. So there's not a happy ending? Oh no. That's not a good thing to hear just before the ending. Just before the last episode. That means that we're about to set into a tragic episode. This is not going to be a happy ending next time. She said it in red though. I don't know, man. That's is that the end? Really? That's the end? That's the fastest Unhuman Party ever! What the frick? That can't be the end of the Unhuman Party, bro. I've been recording for 10 minutes or something. Okay, good. Good. Okay, I was going to say after how long the frigging tea party was. There's someone crying. There's someone sobbing. Okay, after how long the tea party was, ain't no way this Unhuman Party is going to be 10 minutes long. I would have been livid. I would have been furious, bro. Yeah, you might have as well have incorporated that tea party into this Unhuman Party, bro. Dang. Okay, so someone's sobbing anyway. Who's sobbing? No, sorry, you might as well incorporate that Unhuman Party into the tea party if it was going to be 10 minutes long. Because god damn. So who's crying? It sounds like a child. Is this Maria? A single girl. Okay, so it is a child. Or at least I'm assuming. Was crying in a desolate, quiet chapel. Is this Maria? Maria is a witch, so Unhuman Party, it adds up. She was a small girl. Only 6 years old. 6 years old? Wait, Maria's 9. Is this Angie? I guess? 6 years old, that's Angie. The girl who would, for 12 years starting now. Yeah, that's Angie. Yeah, okay. Lament the fact that she wasn't on the island on October 4th and 5th, 1986. You're 6 years old. What's up? How are you gonna lament over that? Come on now. Come on now. There's nothing. There's nothing 6-year-old you could have done about not being on the island that day. In fact, if anything, you escaped massacre. Well, actually, if Keenan and Rudolph really were the culprits, well, no, because Battler died anyway as well. No, it was left vague in the Tea Party, but again, I don't know. Although in episode 3, Eva killed Battler anyway. Would Eva have killed a 6-year-old Angie? But anyway, there's nothing to lament about that you weren't there at the time, Angie. Someone's walking. Who is this? Leon? Nah, Leon died. Then a man appeared. A man. The man from 19 years ago? No. The man noticed the girl, walked up to her quietly, trying not to scare her, and put an arm gently around her shoulder. Battler, maybe? It is Battler, she said. Oni-chan.
探したぞ、エンジェ。
The girl jumped into her big brother's chest and started crying again. That is cute.
どうした？何をそんなに悲しんでいるんだ？
I'm so sad.
今日クラスの子にいじめられたの。
Boo that kid. Come on now, why are you bullying?
テレビでお母さんは悪い人たちとつながりがあったって。だからうちのお父さんとお母さんが犯人でみんなを殺したんだろうって。エバおばさんにそんなことないよねって聞いたのに答えてくれないの。お父さんとお母さんは悪くなんかないよね。ねえ。
Angie's kid voice sounds very cute. I wonder if it's Angie's actual voice actress that has this range, or if they hired another voice actress to do Angie's kid voice, a 6-year-old voice. I wonder. Another thing that I wonder is, are we ever going to get to see Asumi's sprite? Well, the fact we see the last episode, not last, why do you keep saying last episode? This episode, because it's on Human Party, so it feels like it's the next episode. But the fact that we get to see this episode when Asumi literally showed up on the island makes me angry. It makes me think that we're probably not gonna see a sprite. I mean, maybe we might see a sprite in episode 8. In episode 8, hello, Umineko. Are we going to get to see it? Are we going to get to see a sprite of Asumi? I really want it, but okay, anyway. He said the people on TV were saying Mom had ties to bad people. To be fair, the Sumatera family they're bad people. They have ties to bad people. They do. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I mean, this is proven by how Kasumi did you, how the way she did you, Angie, in episode 4. So I'm just saying, Angie. I'm just saying. So Sumatera family is not great in general. And your mother, well, let's see how Battle responds to that.
かわいそうにみんながあの島であの日何があったのかを好き勝手なことを言ってるんだな。そこにお座り。
Sit over here, okay? Battle's so nice to his sister. That's a good Oni-chan. When the man pointed to the floor, a group of gold butterflies gathered there and created a chair. A chair? Okay. The girl obediently sat down on it.
お兄ちゃんは知ってるよね。お父さんとお母さんは悪い人じゃないって知ってるよね。
That could be Angie's voice actress, you know. She might just be very good at voicing a kid. I'm very impressed if that's the case. Especially because Angie's voice normally does sound kind of deep in a way for a girl like that or her age, right? It sounds kind of, I don't know. She does have a deeper voice than I don't know than usual. But it fits her. It fits her. Hmm.
ああ、もちろんだとも。
Yeah, they weren't bad people.
誰も悪い人なんかいないって知ってる
None of
さ。
them. None of them were. Whoever the culprit is, none of them were bad people. No, none of them are. Well, I mean, it's an interesting question, right? Can good people commit mass murder? That is a very deep question. That is probably, the answer will probably differ from person to person and how much people are willing to forgive people's crimes. But it's a question. Can good people do something bad? Of course they can. Good people can do bad stuff, and they have done that bad stuff. I feel like a lot of people can agree to that. But the extent to how much bad stuff they can do before they're not good people anymore, that depends on an individual to individual basis.
じゃあ教えて、あの日何があったの？ロケン島で何があったの？
いいとも。話してあげるよ。あの日、あの島で何があったのか。
Alright, here you go, Backer. Tell us what happened on that day without making anyone look like a bad person. Let's go.
それは怖い話。
まさか。
それは悲しい話？
Why did she ask the same question twice?
とんでもない。
Oh no, she didn't. She said scary or sad. My bad. I thought she asked the same question twice for a second there.
それはどんな話？
聞いたエンジェが自分で決めるといい。決して辛い話じゃないんだよ。
Okay.
だからお聞き。
Okay.
うん。バトラーお兄ちゃん。
Battler Onichan. Oh, Angie.
あの日、お兄ちゃんたちは六軒島へ行ったんだよ。とても大勢でね、大事な親族会議があることになってたんだ。まずはどこから話したのかな。これがエンジェに捧げる最後のゲーム。お聞き、エンジェ。あの日、六軒島で何があったのか。これは辛い話でも悲しい話でもないんだよ。
Oh, okay. That was a short Unhuman party. Wow, that was short. Holy moly. That was 20 minutes. Okay. Dang. Wow. Compared to the tea party, that was way too short. You can see all the voice actors and voice actresses here. There you go. There you go. So, this is the last game made for Angie by Backler, and I guess Backler plans to show. Is Backler going to show us the truth of what really happened? We shall see. We shall see in the final game. I'm guessing all unanswered questions so far are going to be answered in the final game, right? I'm guessing. Because there's still quite a bit of unanswered questions that I had. For example, actually I'll get... Okay. Some examples I have are like... Right, the whole thing with... I just talked about Asumu. Asumu not being Battler's mother, not his biological mother. Then who is Battler's biological mother, right? But Mishima Asumi's mother... Mishima Battler's mother is Asumu, but Battler is not her child, or not her biological child, or at least Battler was not born from Mishima Asumu. How does that work? So that's one mystery that's still left remaining, and Rudolph hasn't revealed that yet. Even though it seems like Rudolph knows about it. It seems like Rudolph knows the truth about it. And it seems like Rudolph knows the truth about it, and Kitty and Battler don't, and he's trying to tell them. But Rudolph also knew that he was going to die in episode 1. What was that about? How did Rudolph know that he was going to die in episode 1? He was like, I'm probably going to die tonight, Kitty and Battler. So I wonder, what is the truth regarding Battler's birth? That's a big thing in my opinion. While it might not be connected to the murders, according to Beato herself, it's still a mystery that still hasn't been answered yet. I'm guessing it's going to be answered in episode 8. New truth is available. Okay. So that's the end of episode 7, right? Completely. The Tea Party and the Unhuman Party. We're done. Is it going to say new start new let's see. Is it going to say start new episode? Yeah. Ooh. Will and Leon have a portrait. Ooh. I like it. Me like it. Alright, they have a portrait, and that's the that is the the wallpaper screen for the end of the episode. We finished episode 7. Let's look at the trophies. We can check out the character files in a second, because this friggin' Unhuman Party was so short. It's going to be it could have ended up being a 20-minute Unhuman Party. I didn't know it was going to be this short. Holy crap. Okay. Browse all the episode 7 characters. That is good. And the tips. That is good. We've done last time. So we did end up with having Hidden Tea Party and the Tea Party. That's good. We got that and that. There's still a lot of trophies we haven't gotten, you know. Are all of these trophies supposed to be gone in episode 8 somehow? How? How are so many trophies? Is all these trophies like, is it gonna be like, oh, Red episode 8 chapter 1, Red episode 8 chapter 2, Red episode 8 chapter 3, something like that? I don't know. Weird. There's still a lot of trophies missing. Compared to the question arcs, there are only like a few trophies left when we're done. We have new tips files, but I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about in the music box, because that's my bad. I was not talking about Liberated Liberator. Let's try and find the song. I was not talking about Liberated Liberator. So I had to correct myself, because yeah, it wasn't this. This is not the OST I was talking about. Yeah, it's not this OST. It's I think it's called let's try and find it. Dreamman Discharger, I think it was. Yes, Dreamman Discharger. This for some reason I thought Dreamman Discharger was Liberated Liberator. My bad. So it's this OST. This one is such a banger. Banger. So first things first, I had to rectify that mistake. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing right now. I'm not gonna, because it's a lengthy one. So all the new things popped up, but you guys know what's going on. So anyway, new tips files. Let's check them out for episode 7. The SSVD, we already know what that is. SS Van Dyne. We already read these. Okay, so no new tips files. But let's check the characters file. The character files, y'all know. After episode 6, ain't no way after the episode 6 Unhuman Party am I not checking the character files and trying to execute them. So here we go. Execute Kinzo. Oh, okay, we get the young Kinzo, the man who will eventually become the final head of the Shuma family. Okay, final head, right? Of course, because when he died, when everyone explodes. Well, no, the final head is Beato. So I'd argue that's wrong. But okay, the one who eventually becomes the final head of the Ushiroma family, because once the explosion accident happens, there's no more Ushiroma family, there's no more heads. That's it. He spent half of his life living lethargically as a human puppet. Because of this, his mental age remains young and does not grow. Thanks to the fascination with the West that he has held since he was a young boy, he is highly proficient with the English language. That makes sense. Okay, execute again. I can't. Can I resurrect him to make him old? I can. So this is him as an old man. This is him as a 40-year-old ish 40 ish, I mean estimate. Depends on how old you think he was. At least he looked like this back during the flashback with Beato, okay? With Beatrice Castiglione, sorry. So he looked like this when he was 40, and then he looks like this when he's 80. Wait, resurrect. He looks like this when he's 80. Old man Kenzo. Okay. Cross, can I execute you then? No. Resurrect. No. Nazi. Execute. No. Resurrect. No. Leon, something's gonna happen. Execute. Really? Resurrect. Really? Nothing happens with Leon. Interesting. Okay. Jessica. Execute. Resurrect. Eva. Execute. Resurrect. Hideyoshi. Execute. Resurrect. This is kind of like hurting my fingers. It's not actually hurting my finger, but because I'm pressing multiple times to check that it actually works or doesn't work. Okay, nothing happens with George. Rudolph, you and Kitty and the Unhuman Party, the Tea Party, sorry. You're the culprits, but now executing and resurrecting you doesn't do anything. Alright. Non-joy. Ah, the beloved Rosa. No, nothing with Rosa. Maria. Her father's identity is unknown. Genji. Shannon. Kanon. Gora. Nothing happens. Which song? Brune Castle. Execute. Resurrect. Okay. Claire. Execute. Resurrect. Really? Nothing happens with Claire. Will. Execute. You die at the end. You definitely died at the end there, bro. Resurrect. Execute. Really, bro. That's interesting. Can I execute which Maria? I died it. I died it because nothing happened with her with human Maria anyway. Beatrice. Oh, I can execute her. Ah. So just like Kinzo, I can create Beatrice Castiglione. She can read about her. Sure, let's read about her. Beatrice Castiglione, an Italian. Her father was a high official in the RSI. Something Republic, something Italy. Okay? Republic something Italy, okay? Her father was a high official. So she's an important political person at the time during World War II. And that's why she took her, well, that's why she had gold with her when she came by to Japan. Okay. Vivacious woman who did not lose that personality even after living a long time in a submarine. Nice. Since she was the only one of the Italians who could speak English, she began to form a close relationship with Kinzo, who was likewise the only Japanese person who could speak that language. Kinzo recalls that their meeting was when he learned what it meant to fall in love. This meeting had a great effect on his fate and that of Rokinjima. This meeting, yes. That meeting changed everything. Beatrice Castiglione, meeting her, yeah, that changed the fate of the island. That changed the geography of the island permanently. It changed the life of many people permanently, and of their descendants permanently. So, and I mean, it changed. I mean, considering the, yeah, I mean, Angie dies in 1988 though. I don't know how because she gets shot by Makusa, right? So Angie doesn't leave any descendants. Eva doesn't get remarried after the incident on Rokijima, so as far as we know. So Eva doesn't have any descendants beyond George, who died during the incident. So the only descendants we're talking about are Kasumi's son, Kasumi's child, or descendant, I guess, so related to her. There's Nanjo's son. Genji doesn't have any children. Genji's good. So only those two. It definitely affected them, that incident. So. Okay. Beatrice Castiglione, Vergilia, execute, resurrect. Ronove. Resurrect. Gup! You might be executed resurrected because you're an important person in that episode. I guess not. Okay. Wait. Execute resurrect change? Oh my god. I can change her, but her description doesn't change. So we can change, and now we can see how she looks like. So just like Shannon, she has her thigh open. But I mean, I guess that's a common thing for the servants. They all look like Shannon thing. But yeah, and then she's a steak. When she's a steak, she looks like this. When she's a servant, a maid, she looks, oh, not a maid, a servant, she looks like this. But she doesn't have the, let's see, Shannon has the crest on her thigh, which should be one of the biggest giveaway. This was my biggest giveaway. When I noticed that she has this crest, I think it was at the end of episode 4, when I noticed Shannon had this crest, that was a big giveaway to me. That was like hella sauce. Or was it episode? I think it was at the end of episode 4 I noticed this. I thought this was hella sauce. This is what really made me mark down on Shannon being the culprit. That crest. So that crest. Canon has it hidden. Canon has his thighs hidden. But we know he's actually Shannon. But you know, supposedly he has that there on his left thigh. So if you go back to the witch side, yeah, obviously she wouldn't have that because she's not one of the family members. But that should be a dead giveaway to me that Shannon is sus. So anyway, we can change Leviathan as well, I'm guessing. But nothing's gonna come from that. We can try to execute and resurrect her, but I don't think anything's gonna come from that. This Leviathan as a servant. Moving on to. Okay. So when I change them, they permanently stay. If I execute her, no, sorry, change her. She permanently stays as a maid, but her thing doesn't change there. Her appearance doesn't change there. But with Beata, when I execute her, it does change there. So, but I guess it's only an execution sort of thing. Okay, anyway, Satan, we can change. We can look at her as a servant. They all have the exact same pose. Gosh darn, bro. They have the exact same pose. It's just different smiles, different facial expressions, but the exact same pose. Leviathan and Satan seem to be smiling, but Lucifer does not seem smiling whatsoever. Change Belphegor. She's also not smiling, so she's just like Lucifer. That's Belphegor. That's mine. That's all me, bro. Next is Mammon. Can't execute. Can't resurrect. I'm guessing she's going to smile and change her. No, she actually doesn't smile. Okay, she's gonna be all serious like Lucifer and just like Lucifer and Belphegor. Okay. Next, Beelzebub. Can't execute or resurrect, but I can change her. And she's posing the other way! Beelzebub, where I go? Look at all the other ones. Posing to the left. To the left. Okay, to our left, sorry. To her right. But to our left, to our left, to our left, to our left, to our left. But the goat Beelzebub poses to the right! Oh! And she's smiling and her eyes are closed and she has the best hairstyle out of all of them. Out of all of them. Look at that hairstyle. Look at that hair. You cannot tell me that hair is not fabulous. Like, look at this. That's just random girl hair, bro. That can't compare. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, the way, okay, to be fair, the way she has a ponytail but also has hair on the sides, that's kind of cool. But, okay, while it's unique, it's not the best. Sorry, Belphegor. And you are my favorite, Belphegor. You are my favorite. Whatever. I mean, other than having white hair, there's something special about you. Alright, come on, Satan. Leviathan, other than having green hair. Lucifer. You know what? Lucifer looks like Reki from Hibane Renmei. You know, when you look at her like this, when you see the sprite of her, she really does. Okay, Google Hibane Renmei, or Google Reki from Hibane Renmei. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. And you know I'm right. Let's see. Reki Hibane Renmei. Let's see. She does look like she's just not smoking a cigarette, and she doesn't have a hail on her head. But I guess that hat is just kind of her hail. But she does. You could have transported Reki from Hibane Renmei, transport her to Umineko, and I would have totally believed you if you said she was Lucifer. She looks exactly like Reki from Hibernate Renmei. The similarity is uncanny. It's uncanny, bro. Reki just smokes all the time though. She has a cigarette in her mouth all the time. But yeah. She really does look like her. Dang. Alright, so anyway, I recommend Hibernate Renmei. I thought it was good. Watched it relatively recently with some friends, so story about, well, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't wanna. That's a story better seen blind if you wanna watch it. I think it's only 12 episodes, so it's not so bad. Anyway. Bill's about to go for having a different pose and a different facial expression. Lastly, Asmodeus. I bet you can't compare. Well, let's change her anyway. Change. Yeah, see, she's just posing like the rest. Alright. Next we have Fur and Zapad. So Zapad first. Execute, resurrect. Nothing happens. Furu. Execute, resurrect. Nothing happens. Okay, so we've checked everybody now. We've done a thorough check. Okay, exit. Ah, yes. Let's look at the picture box now because we seem to have a new portrait with Will and Leon here. So let's check the picture box. The portraits are at the very, very end. Yeah. Okay. Let's go look at it. There it is. Okay. Like I guessed, it's there. So wait, there's one more portrait, by the way. I just want to say, there's one more portrait. So I bet episode 8 is going to have its own portrait. You know what? Let me make a prediction. It's going to be an Angie portrait. Since episode 8 is dedicated to Angie, that makes so much sense. It's going to be an Angie portrait. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Angie portrait. Yeah, that makes so much sense if it's Angie. But okay, let's have a look at the portrait between Will and Leon, and look at that. This is a very good. All these portrait style paintings, they all look fabulous. They all look very well great. I love it. I love all of them. This one's good with Will and Leon. Okay, so time to discuss. And I think behind Will, yeah, you have Beato's portrait. So it's a portrait within a portrait. And there's a crest there. Okay. So anyway, we should talk about the Unhuman party. What's going to happen next? So we have the last game is dedicated to Angie by backers. So, but the problem is, Byrne took the game board and said this was going to be the final game. So I wonder how that's going to go. Is there going to be a clash between Angie and Byrne? Would make sense if the way things ended in the tea party of episode 7. That would make sense. Alright, you guys probably want me to do a ranking of all the episodes. What I thought of episode 7 compared to every other episodes. I can do that in a second. So yeah, next game is probably going to be very Angie focused. I think that makes sense. Just like episode 4, the last episode of the question arcs. Episode 8, the last episode of the question of the answer arcs, is going to be focused on Angie. I think that makes sense. And here, I'm predicting this episode is going to reveal all truths that haven't been revealed so far, all the questions we have remaining. So I'm very excited for this last episode. And I think, let me think about Angie for a second. I think the last episode focus on Angie makes sense because Angie's the one that's been trying to find the truth of what happened, and her world is the only world of the aftermath that we saw. So, makes sense. So I think all unanswered questions will be there. For example, I think, like I said, I already mentioned this. Battler's lineage, who's Battler's mother? I think that's probably going to be answered. I think all the questions that if someone still has somehow not managed to solve things yet, I think they're going to properly explain the why done it, the how done it, and the who done it. I think this in episode 8, I think they're going to tell us the culprit is Shannon or something, and then they're probably going to tell us how she did it. They're probably going to go through all the episodes like Will did in episode 7. They're probably going to tell us how all the mysteries can be solved, and then yeah, and then we'll be satisfied, right? Because then everything will be solved. Then we'll have everything revealed to us, and then that's what I predict is going to happen in episode 8. Episode 8 is going to reveal everything. So episode 7 revealed a lot of things. I think episode 8 is just going to be spoilers everywhere, bro. I think every single part of episode 8 is going to confirm everything. Everything that I feel like has been confirmed up until now is going to be fully confirmed in episode 8, and I'm excited for it. So yeah. So that's what I think is gonna happen. I'm excited for episode 8. Now let's talk about my favorite episodes. Okay, so previously, if I remember correctly, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong about this. And if I am wrong about this, that should go to show how closely I think all the episodes are in quality and how good they all are. Because they are all amazing. So yeah. Except for a couple. I mean, except for a couple, but as in, there's a few picks that I'm still very confident on. And my list prior to reading episode 7, now, this could be different from what I said when I finished episode 6. And if it is, like I said, that's because the things that I swapped around, I probably swapped around because I thought those episodes were so close in quality that I love them both almost equally, essentially. So anyway, I think it was episode 5, then 3, then 4, then 6, then 2 and 1. I think that was my ranking of all the episodes before reading episode 7. So I think episode 5 was my favorite. And even after reading episode 7, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite even after reading episode 7. Chill. I'm saying even after reading episode 7, it's definitely among my favorites. I mean, it can't leave the top 2. Even if episode 7 is going to be better than it. I haven't said that yet, though. Even if it is, it's still guaranteed top 2. So that marks episode 5 as a guaranteed, not just top 2, a guaranteed top 3 episode. The fact that I had episode 5 as my favorite upon finishing episode 6 made episode 5 guaranteed a top 3 Umineko episode, at least in my eyes. So guaranteed a top 3, guaranteed in the top half. Okay? And then, okay, so then, I think that was my favorite thing. I think it was 5, then 3, then 4, then 6, then 2 and 1. 2 and 1 are kind of introductory episodes, especially 1. 1 is my least favorite just because it's a slow episode, it's an introductory episode, it makes sense. I think, if you disagree, that's fine. I mean, I respect your opinion. This is my opinion, of course, but that's how I see it. Introductory part was slow at the start. Took a while to get the ball rolling. Episode 2 was a little better because, we finally saw things go ham. But it still wasn't the quality that episode 3 onwards were. I think episode 3 onwards, I think episode 3 is when Umineko really, really starts, in a way. At least for me. I think that in the sense that... which is funny, because episode 1 and 2 were the episodes that came from the message bottles, right? Those were the episodes that came from Beato. Well, episode 3 onward were just Federine's episodes. It's almost like I'm saying that Federine's episodes are better than Beato's episodes. But nah. I mean, in general, episode 3 is when I think 6 really started going, right? We got a lot of introduction to a lot of different elements, as people like Regalia, Ronove, right? And slowly things started rolling. Evatrice, the Chester sisters. I mean, that was a packed episode. That was a very, very packed episode. And the end, me getting tricked. Yeah, that was a hell. And Angel introducing herself in the tea party. I think. No, it wasn't the tea party. It was before the tea party. But still, introducing herself. I think at the very end. I mean, from start to end, episode 3 was very, very exciting. I think so. Episode 3 that's why episode 3 is my second favorite episode. And it started the things going. Episode 4, while I don't have it as high as episode 3, still kept on that quality and gave us even more with Angie's story, the Maria Rosa stuff. It was incredible. Episode 5, I mean, do I have to say anymore? It was my favorite episode before reading episode 7. I haven't said what my favorite episode is yet, but episode 5, do I have to say anymore? Natsuhi. That's all I have to. Episode 5, Furudo Erika. Although Furudo Erika is a better character in 6 than 5, in my opinion. Or at least, maybe because she has a more of a commanding presence in 6 to be the best character in 6 for me. But, episode 5, Natsu, she's the queen. She takes the crown. She made that episode goated. To now, episode 5 is absolutely goated. So, I still love episode 5 so much, and a big part of that is just Nazi. A big part of it is really Nazi. Nazi does remain one of my favorite characters in all of Umineko, and it's shocking how that is, because me and Nazi are opposites. I do not share in any of her at all, but I was able to empathize with her so well, and that's what made episode 5 so great for me. Is that I was able to empathize with Natsu so well, right? I think there's a big part of it there. That even if I'm not Natsu herself, I don't know what it's like to be a woman her age, because I'm not a woman and I'm not her age, and I don't know what it's like to be put in the pressure she was, but I was still able to feel her so much. And that scene with the scholar playing in the background as well, that was so sad. Bro, that got me big time. So episode 5, amazing. Now that we have episode 7, where does my list go? I think for the sheer reason that we had so many things confirmed to us, and it was so satisfying to have all those things confirmed to us. Episode 7 is my favorite episode, I think, and that's why I think episode 8 might end up being even better. Because episode 7 just confirmed so many things. I mean, the Kinzo backstory was amazing. Okay, no. Okay, I'll say this. Episode 7 had the best start of every episode. Straight up. It got right to the point, okay? Right to the point. We didn't waste any time. It hooked me from the beginning. From Rosa's confession at the start to Kinzo's backstory. Oh. Then realizing the whole thing with Kinzo and what happened between him and the Kyodorian Beato. That was a shocking reveal. Okay? I'm still disgusted by that, okay? Then, after that, Will concluding that, that Leon was Beato's killer. That was great. And then we moved on to Claire being introduced, if I remember correctly. That was around the time the stage came in. And then we saw Yasuda's backstory. Yasuda's backstory was great. Helped us understand her better. Right? And that was a whole long section of the episode. Just Yasuda going about. We saw her growing up and her childhood and all that stuff, and how she's feeling. We really got to see how she felt internally. Made us understand her and see the motive for her crime, at least I think. And that was all great and dandy. And at the end, Will cutting her while talking about some illusions, whatever. And then to top it all off, if episode 7 wasn't already good enough, the tea party with that event, crazy. The reveal of the bomb finally. That's another theory that was just confirmed, right? The whole thing that was going on with the reef, with the shrine, Beata's showing it. Beata's coming right out and saying it. Oh yeah, this episode, how could I have forgotten? We solved the epitaph this episode. Hello? The epitaph has finally been solved. That's insane. What am I missing? The bomb? The fact that the bomb was something that was there since Kinzo's time as a soldier. Or as an engineering soldier, whatever, right? And then he set up a clock so that it could blow up at midnight. if he wanted to. Insane that he lived like that for so long. And oh yeah, another thing that happened at the tea party, by the way. At least if my theory is right, learning that not Leon, Beato's genitals were injured after the fall, and that's why she's incapable of love, and Nanjo treating that. That revelation, wow, wow. All in all, episode 7 is my favorite. And then 5, and then the rest, like I said. So 7, 5, 3, 4, 6, 2, 1. I think that's my current order. I think it's just, I think just the reveals, man. It felt very satisfying to have all those reveals happen. So episode 7, well, to me not as emotional as episode 5 at all. Sorry, actually, the Yasuda stuff was very emotional. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I mean, Yasuda's backstory was very emotional, and it definitely had an impact on me. But not, I don't know, something about Nazi, I just felt on such a deep level, man. Same thing episode 4, you know. I was more emotional in episode 4 as well, you know. So that's what it goes 7, 5. So 7, 5, 3, 4. Okay, so that's how my episodes go. In episode 4, the whole Muddy and Rosa stuff, that had me, especially as someone that has Rosa as like one of my favorite characters, basically one of my favorite characters. I love Rosa so much, and I sympathize with Rosa so much as well. But I also love Muddy. Muddy doesn't deserve any of that. Episode 4 hit me deep. Learning the that scene, that still to this day, to now, still hits me so hard, man. So let's see, is this still going? Okay, I'm still going. Yeah. So I think on an hit me emotional level, I'm sorry Yasuda's backstory, but I'm actually gonna go with Nazi and Rosa and Maria hitting me deeper. Maybe because I don't know why, but I was able to I sympathize with Yasuda. That's the thing. I feel bad for Yasuda. I get it, but maybe that's why you guys are about to tell me, I mean, you don't have love, and that's why you don't accept not Yasuda's reasoning for murder, for mass murder. I don't know. I don't know, man. And I feel like I'm still trying to understand. I probably misunderstood Yasuda. I probably have. I don't know. But I tried, and I am still trying. But it's not like I've given up trying to understand. But from what I understand it, right? Of course, she was born. Everyone, Genji and stuff, they all lied to her about for her entire life, basically, about who she really is. And had her work as a servant. She was bullied, wasn't accepted by anyone. She felt like her self-worth kind of died down eventually. She felt like she wasn't worthy anymore. And also the cliff incident that made her lose her genitals, or had surgery on them, right? So she couldn't love anymore. And moving on, the pranks she pulled on others. The whole thing with the tea party, with the dolls that she had, man, cultivating the universe with Maria, the love. Then she started, Beato started being a witch, but then Shannon didn't get won over, right? Shannon decided to stay because she found love with Backer. Backer's promise, not returning for 6 years. Backer sending a letter to everyone except for Shannon. Then creating the canon persona, and man, what else have I missed, really? Oh yeah, she's solving the epitaph, learning the truth about herself, that Will even said it, that was a big, that must have been what changed her completely, and I get that, because that's what she learned that Kendo's her father, with Kyodori and Beto. When she realized the implications of that, added on to the fact that she has a body that can't love, right? She must have felt horrible for feeling like she was probably lying to George and stuff, and Jessica, right? Feeling like furniture because she's lying to both of them, trying to set up a relationship with both of them to satisfy her needs, even though she was aware that they're her cousins, but she couldn't just come out with that would be incest. She knows she knows on multiple levels that those relationships would never work out. Even with Battler, it wouldn't work out because of the incestuous nature of it, and because of you know, she has a body that isn't capable of love. So every single time George would go, "Oh, I imagine ourselves with kids in the future, or we'd be happy watching the kids play around." Shannon, listen to that, will be well aware that she's just lying to him, well aware that she's not capable of love with George. That must have been horrible. And then for Battler to return 6 years later, despite all that, her lineage, the thing with and her childhood trauma, Genji, Kumasawa, and Nanjo, honestly not giving her the best circumstances. To be completely honest, she even said in the tea party, she was like, "Why did you not let me die during that injury? Why did you let me live? Why? Why? I didn't want to live like this." Right? She was screaming like that to Genji and Nanjo Kumasawa upon learning, you know, that her lineage. Right? We saw it in the tea party. I'm assuming that was real. And so, you know, then Battler coming back. Also, she never got a letter from Battler. Battler then coming back. And, you know, that was a time where she still hadn't properly, you know, set up the relationship with either Shannon, with either Jessica or George. So then she was like, alright, Fate is gonna be like this. Battler had to come back this year. Fate is gonna treat me like this at all times. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Time to leave it up to Fate. If they're able to solve the epitaph and before the midnight, then sure. Before midnight, then sure. If they're not, then I'm gonna go on a killing spree according to the roulette. I'm gonna let Fate decide because Fate has always decided. So I give up. I'm gonna try to create the infinite, like Will said it, from this Fate. Okay. So she was just pushed to a breaking point, to an extreme breaking point, because of all the different things that happened in her life. So of course, Battler returning after 6 years, that can't have been her only motivation, right? It was a combination of all the different things that had happened to her, right? All the different things and everything we learned about her this episode. And while this hits for me, and while I understand it, that's the most important part. I'm trying to understand it, and I want to understand. I want to understand it. So let me know if I got things wrong. Please let me know. If I think I understand it, but if I don't, again, there's a good chance that I don't understand it, and so I want you guys to correct me in that sense. But if I understand it at least relatively well, maybe I don't understand everything. Maybe I understand half of it. But if I have some understanding of it, then it just doesn't hit me as hard. I think it does hit me as hard. Nah, I wouldn't say that. But the way it was presented to us in the episode did not hit me as hard as the way Nazi's situation was presented in episode 5, or the way, and the OST, the scholar, definitely helped hit harder, or the way the situation, or the whole Rosa abusing Maria thing was described in episode 4. Okay? So the way those were shown in episode 4, the way those were described, the way I saw those, for me watching, those, the way they described, I think those hit harder. For me, I think those hit harder. I think those, and while I'm assuming that I don't know how everyone else thinks about this. I'm assuming I'm not in the majority thinking that. I don't know if I am or not. I don't know because I don't know what other people think. I haven't seen, you know, what the majority thinks, but that's how it felt like for me, at least. Those hits hard for me, and so, and I feel like what Rosa and Nazi did is not mass murder. I know, Nazi threw her off the cliff. I mean, it was Nazi threw off the cliff to begin with, but I can accept Nazi doing that. I can accept Rosa. Obviously, I can. Okay, no, with Maria. But I just can't accept the whole throwing herself to fate. I just cannot accept. If I got any part of the... I probably got the motive wrong, but I can't accept the whole thing with Yasuda throwing herself to the roulette of fate. For me, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not with it. That's my opinion. And here's the thing. Okay? I want to be proven wrong. I want to be shown new perspectives, or not just new perspective. I want to be corrected, and because I haven't seen what you guys have said regarding regarding the end of episode 7. So I haven't seen that video hasn't come out yet, so I haven't seen what you guys think about what I thought back then. So I'm very certain that by the time that comes out, you guys are gonna let me know, and then you're probably gonna help me understand her motive better. But the way I understand it now, I just can't. It's not even about that I can't forgive her. It's not even about that, because I don't forgive Kinzo for what he did either. I'm not gonna forgive Naughty. It's not on me to forgive Naughty either. Anyway, it's on you know. I mean, Will said it's not on us to forgive. It's not on humans. It's God that forgives. Sure, say that. But it's on Yasura if she wants to forgive Naughty, right? Of what she did. It's on Maria if she wants to forgive Rosa, whatever. That's not my job. My job is not to forgive. My job is to understand, right? And and as I understand it, the way as I understand it, it's not about forgiving them or not forgiving them. It's about accepting that, okay, this is what they did, and that was their motive. Sure, right? I can understand and accept that was their breaking point. I can understand that it was justified in their eyes, basically, right? So even if it wasn't the most rational actions that they pulled, I can understand it. With Natsu I can, with Rosa I can, even with Kinzo, who I'd argue is the most evil out of all of them. Even then I can, although barely. Even with Kinzo, as you guys saw a couple of parts ago at the end of the episode, I told you guys, yeah, you know what? Fine, Kinzo, it's rough, it's bad, he should still be in prison. But because of how much he atoned, because of how much he suffered, because of how aftermath, I'm like, okay, alright, Kinzo, even Kinzo, right? But Beatrice, as things stand, I cannot. As things stand right now, this is the final thing I'll say, and I'll end the part. As things stand, Kinzo okay, Rosa okay, Natsu okay, Eva okay, Rudolph and Kirie, bar the tea party that just happened. Well, the tea party is its own discussion. But okay, whatever, who else is, you know, I mean, Genji, Nanju Kumasawa, okay. You know what I mean? I can okay all of them. But as I stand, ironically, the biggest thing to solve of all, the why done it of the culprit, the most important part of the whole visual novel, ironically enough, I cannot give the okay on Beatrice. I can't. The mass murder, as it stands, I can't give the okay. And I want you guys, before you get, I'm probably gonna get flaming this. You can flame me if you want, but I want you guys to know that I want to understand. I want it to be okay. Okay? Because I wanna try my best to empathize with her. Okay? I do. There's a good chance I might have misunderstood her motive. I do. It's not that I don't want to. That's the most important part. Okay? I do want to understand. And if I haven't understood, okay. My fault. My take right here is based on my current understanding. And my current understanding could very well be wrong. And that's why I'm not going to say my take is the end all be all. Right? Because remember, I know that before you can just judge someone, or before you can, put your opinion on someone, you have to first understand their point of view. And at least as of now, I want to understand their point of view, and I'm saying that as I understand it now, I am not okay with it. And you guys can feel free to flame me for that. So this is the last thing that I'll leave you guys with at the very end. It's 5 p.m. right now as I'm recording this, so I'm gonna leave you guys. As things stand, I can say this here. This is the last thing I'll say before I leave you guys. If you leave you guys here, this is the end of episode 7. I'll see you guys in episode 8. That's going to be the next part. And I can say this right now, as things are. And I hope you guys, at least I hope you guys can understand my take. As things are, I cannot accept the whole mass murder thing. I cannot accept, or I cannot find it in me to see it justifiable from Beato's eyes, from Beato's point of view. I understand the breaking point, I think, but again, as things are, I'm not with it. Sorry, Beatrice, I'm not with it. Even though Battler was with it, Battler even went as far as apologizing to you after the fact. And based on what we've seen, I understand why he apologized to you. Of course, he didn't even freaking send you a letter. And even though Battler isn't at fault for the mass murder that happened, he was still willing to apologize to you, which is great from Battler. But I can't do the same. I won't do the same. So that's how things are right now. And go ahead. Amin doesn't have. I'm prepared. I don't have heart. I don't have love, so I can't see. I'm prepared for all those comments. I'm prepared. I've been prepared since I recorded the last part of episode 7. I'm prepared. All right. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. But these are my honest feelings, and darn me if I don't give you guys my honest feelings out of a pretense of, hey, look at me, guys, I have love, haha, see? That's why I forgive everyone, and everyone is okay in my eyes. No, things are not gonna go like that, okay? I'm gonna say my honest feelings, and that's how it is. And that's how I'm gonna leave you guys there. I'm sorry if I left you guys in a bit of a bad note or a sour note. I didn't mean that. But yeah. I can't accept it. Sorry, Beatrice. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Hope you guys enjoyed the little rant at the end there. Hope you guys enjoy watching this at least as much as you enjoy reading it. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire episode at least as much as you enjoy reading it, because you guys know I love the episode. It's my favorite episode. So and I'll see you guys at the last episode next time, at the very, very end. We are approaching the beginning of the end, episode 8. Can't wait to find out what it's titled. And I'll see you guys then. Alright, y'all. Peace.